Welcome back to MK Sportscars. Diamonds are forever. Check out our new Diamond Stitch heated seats. It's turbo time. The left-hand drive RX-5 has a new turbo mock-up and ready to go. Keeping up with the Car Hackians is back. We found our new pride and joy in car polish this time. Don't go anywhere, guys. You don't want to miss it.
Welcome back to Kit Car Direct and MK Sportscars, guys. Well, before we head out there in the workshop, I'm going to show you a little product. Now, you've seen over the last couple of weeks on the K20 and hashtag Nigel's car, we've had some of our new padded seats that have been done for us. Now, I've got a sample for you here. Just arrived in. Thought you'd give you a bit more of a close-up detail of the seat. Diamond coated stitch, which is very nice. I think I've driven with these in the car. I've got to say, it's super comfortable. Nice harness hole, and it's IVA compatible, this seat. And the bonus of these ones, well, you can see a couple of wires in here. Good thing about those, look, they're heated and it's hot or hotter. So yeah, they're available. We've got a pair on the shelf in black. We're going to try and keep these in stock where we can. Otherwise, it's a 6 to 8 week lead time. But yeah, these are available and ready to go. You can bolt your seat runners in or solid mount them. It's all, this flips forward, ready for you to bolt in and do whatever you want on those for that. So yeah, but I think it's got like a carbon heat pad in here, so it's going to be super cozy and warm, especially on these chillier days or chillier runs out. So if you've got a kit car or an MK and you want to fit one of these pair of seats in, you want to keep the wife happy next year, this is what you want to be fitting. Right, chassis time. Another build, as you know, landed. But before we get into this one, let's talk about chassis schedules. That's up there for you, and it will post that up there for you to see what's going on in the queue and where you're next. And if you want to get in that queue, of course, hook us up on a phone call and email as always, and we can have a chat about what your requirements are. Right, here we go. We're over hashtag Ted's car, another round tube booster car, same as Brian's here. A lot of activity on this one there. We've got Adrian working on some bits and bobs. Brake lines in, fuel lines are in, front rocker's done, but obviously next job, chassis number. Right, and what we've got going on here, we're tapping all the holes. So for the harnesses here, these 7/16 UNS, all the wishbones have been done and tapped, etc. And all the rose joints put in, ready to start assembling those, front and rears, etc. Bulkhead panel is in, it's an aluminium one, ready for our wiring. Earth point gone in, pop shaft's gone in, fuel line, centre line's gone in, reverse sprocket's gone in, diff's gone in, top and rear wishbone's gone in, fuel tank has just been fitted as well. And under here is the stock booster fuel pump as well. On these particular engines, running the stock pump, came straight out of the donor bike. They run, they're perfect, nothing wrong with those. We know they were good engines, good running bikes as well. So yeah, it's cracking on. Pedal box, you can see, is in as well as you go into the centre there. So yeah, continuing on the theme, starting to bolt stuff on, but there's a lot of little prep work that you guys don't see, which is, I know the powder coaters should bug all these holes up, and sometimes they do, sometimes don't, but you have to prep all the holes. It's just easier, just in case you get any bind up in the thread on the hole, which you don't want. So a lot of little prep work goes on before we start bolting stuff on.
We're back, we're keeping up with the Car Hackians, and this time is car polish.
I've just learned so much, and I realize how crazy messed up the system is.
So I'm going to start this by demonstrating that this particular bit of GRP doesn't have any polish on it. This is the GRP body shell that we do. What I wanted to do is run a little series of what is the best polish to use on your GRP bodywork. I just want to show you that there's no polish on here by applying a little drop of water, and that should, if it's not, doesn't bead up too much, you'll see that there's not a lot of coating on this particular panel. This week we're going to be using Pride and Joy, which is apparently suitable for GRP and gel coat surfaces. So that's why we're going to try it on this particular car. pride and joy. If you're out there and you want to hook me up with some better product or newer product, this is quite an old one, give me a call and we'll go from there. First things first, let's put the gloves on. I'm going to be using a microfiber cloth to apply the polish directly to the GRP. Once it's applied, I'm going to buff it in. When it turns white, I'm going to leave it for about 30 seconds to a minute, and then I'm going to buff it off with another microfiber cloth. So I'm applying in a circular motion. You can see the grime that's come off of it. Oh, look at that! Didn't expect to see that. We'll wait for that to dry white. Let's get a cup of tea. Thirsty work, this. So I've left it long enough now to make and drink a cup of tea. I've got a brand new clean cloth and we're going to buff it off. This particular product is very, very easy to buff off. There's no real elbow grease and it's coming off quite handsomely. Hopefully you can catch what we've done and what we're going to do in the picture. What we've done, what we're going to do. Quick tester, if it does work or hasn't worked. Feel the bodywork before and feel the bodywork after, and you can actually feel like a resin coat or I think it's a PPE, don't know, some expert out there might be able to tell me, but it certainly feels like it's got a something on it. So let's give it the ultimate test. Let's put a drop of water on it. I'm hoping that this is going to bubble up, gobule up, or whatever you want to call it, and it's going to show that there's a particular film on the top. And there you go. That's exactly what I wanted it to do. This is telling me that it's got a resin or a coat on it over the top, and the water will just flow off of it if it ever does get wet. It's so shiny, you can see my face in it. So this week we've used the Pride and Joy car polish. If you guys have got a go-to product, put it in the comments below, let me know. We'll get some of it in and we'll give it a go and see how it compares. But I think the star rating, this is a pretty good product. I'm going to give it 4 out of 10. No, I'm not. That's crap. So I'm going to give it 4 out of 5.
Right over here, what we on with? Well, IndyRR hashtag Brian. It's a hard knock slice, as we say. Booster car, round tube chassis, as you know, a couple of weeks it's been now since we started the progress and build on this one. You can see wiring's in there, flat shifter system gone in there, freewheel boxes in there, engine Gen 2 booster in here. That's all done. Pair valve blanks have been put on last couple of days as well, I do believe, on those. Flat shifter system, you know, is in. Prop shaft is all linked up in here, bolted in, final fitment done, and we put some 12.9 bolts in there. That's been done. Clutch slave is about to go on, which is this part here, which will be fitted in for the clutch slave. It's a little billet one that we supply. It's having a dry sump system in it, so the tank's going to fit in here. Dry sump has all been fitted to the engine already. Sump pan is already on, etc. As if by miracle. Dry sump tank, which is going to fit down in this section here as well. And that will throw, and the pipework will all be linked up for the returns from the oil cooler and the breather system out of here. But these are a spun aluminium one. We manufacture these to our height and everything else as well. So they're on the shelves. I think I've got these in stock at the moment if you're looking for a dry sump tank. Little 5-inch, perfect little tank, all baffled as well in there. So it's going to do the job very nice. Right, interior section, black on black is the theme, I think we can pretty much say here. Dashboard, you know, was in, steering columns in, sinks have been bolted in temporarily, as we know. We always fit those in earlier on. It's just easier with access to the side panels. Side panels, final fitment was done on them, and they're actually physically bonded on now. So they've done their final fit. The scuttle was the same. That's all firmly fixed in and final fit's done on that. And then the tunnel top has also been, final fit has been done on that as well, and which goes over his brake pressure valve there. That's a line lock. system that he wanted in for his handbrake. Again, sprint car only, this is sprint car, not IVA spec. And now we're just on with the final part, which is the final fitment, and the trimming up has been done for the rear panel. This will go on onto the rear. Obviously most of the back end's gone up and this just slot in place, and we'll get that lined up and fitted. And so that's the last final job to be bonded on. It's all been trimmed and etc. We just need to then get it bonded on, fixed, and then we continue on with rear wings and other aspects of it as well. Right, over here at hashtag Nigel's car, and what we've got going on here, so lots of little bits that you don't see, that we don't see. It's a bit boring to watch on videos, I suppose, but bleeding all the brakes, that's all been done now. It's getting all those finished and buttoned up. Geo in the car, sort of bits and bobs have been done. We've been on with the boot box area that you saw was being modified last week. That final fitment has been done, so we fitted in the boot box with the FIA case. You've still got a nice big storage area in the back here now, and then we can fit the harnesses down, and then the final job will be fitting one of our covers that we have here. One of our FIA carbon vinyl boot covers will go on, and that will fit on nicely over like this, etc. And that'll be your cover for your top of that. We do them in black as well. Don't have to be carbon, but we do them in black. They're the two colour choices we do for all the ranges. There you go, just you can see the differences between the two. Which is quite nice, very smart, very lightweight, and I know you like lightweight things on your cars, so keep the weight down, make it go faster, which is the plan. So yeah, that's looking great. Boot box all done. Steering wheel and quick release boss is in, so that's doing done. Let's wiggle that off there. Oh, there we go. And we've got the freewheel on that as well, so we've got the indicators and horn and high beam, all on that, all on the Bluetooth, which is on the back here for it as well. So we'll that'll be finished off and fitted as well, and then we start some of the bits that we're doing really for IVA on the car and getting that prepped as well. So she's getting near to the final stages. I think the plan is today to just push it outside there, put the exhaust system on it and run it up to temperatures and see where we're at with parameters on that as well. Right guys, here we are in the RX-5 time. You've seen the development on this sort of breakdown and refinish back up. Well, also, had a little test drive in it the other day for the first time. We were in shakedown for IVA. It's all the little bits like the wing mirrors going on and a few bits for the horn. But yeah, had a little test drive in the car. Make sure the brakes are bedded in. Yeah, it drives nice. We just got to do the catalytic converter pipe on here. So we'll swap that over and I'll show you one of them. Let me just get one. Yeah, so here we go. I've just pulled one off the shelf. We've got a cat pipe here. This gets bolted in place of the decat pipe. So you can run that if you're a track day monster and you want to do more track days and etc. Then obviously there's no point having a cat on there for something like that. But obviously for road emissions, MOT standards, you can replace it very, very quickly back with your catalytic converter pipe. And obviously for IVA you require these. So this is like a 5-minute job, bolt off and no bolt on, which is quite nice. Which is why we designed the exhaust system to make it that simple on these cars, and the same one with a turbo link pipe. We can do the same principle as well. So yeah, this is getting buttoned up now. A few little minor jobs that we've got to do. Obviously we do the road test, check it out, make sure where it is. Got a couple of little gremlins that we found. It's just like all entire pressures now, make sure it's nut and bolt and checked and etc. as well. So we've ironed all of them out, and well, it's all been applied for IVA, just waiting for the date. Right guys, let's get into it here with the left-hand drive RX-5. As we know, it's got the 1.8 BP engine. The car was completely road legal. We spoke about it last week. We've started the disassembly before we reassemble because, as you know, the roll bar has come off. Roll cage will be going on. And then we started taking off all the other stuff, which is the radiator's come off, because we're going to put in a new radiator and intercooler system on it, because we're fitting obviously a big turbo on here. Well, a small turbo maybe, not quite as big, but it's a TD04 base. This is our mock-up one that we've got on at the moment with our manifold. Because it's a left-hand drive car, we never done one with a left-hand drive, and we have a couple of obstacles in the way to get the exhaust system out. So we can't use our stock one because the pedal box is on this side, not on that side. So we've got a little bit of space constraints down in here where we're going to have to make and fabricate. We've got this flange fabricated here that we're going to weld on and then make the exhaust pipe come out and join up into this link pipe. So that's all been mocked up here. We've got the sump off, ready to be chopped and modified, and put the oil drain return for the turbo on. Obviously, we've got the feed line here, which we're clamping up, and we're going to be running that round to the back. The injectors have already been done actually. You can't see them, they're tucked down in there. We put some Bosch EV14 injectors in there, they've gone in. So we're starting through the process really. Oh, second thing, ECU card change has been done. And in there, we have to drill and modify here, a little hole. This is for your boost vacuum pipe that will go on, it will connect on to here on the back of the Mazda plenum. So we use the ME 221 ECU is in there, the card change. So yeah, lots of little things starting to happen on this, and then we've got to do some pipe work, some plumbing, intercoolers. I think this is going to have some anti-roll bars made for this particular vehicle as well. So yeah, it's coming along, but it's a lot of fabrication work because it's a one of one at the moment. We may look to continue making and keep the link pipe and make jigs from it, but it's one of one. Right guys, at the other end of the workshop here, what have we got? We've got one Shaman and one Arian. Both of these cars are for sale. They're under the same chassis with two different body styles in it. This one's road legal, this one's a track monster that was built by the college, and also we have, don't forget in the cars for sale section, two Mazda RX-5 base kits, and Anna will post up the links to you. If you want to know more information about either of those cars or these two, hook us up with a phone call or an email. Let's talk about shows now, guys. Well, Stony Kit Car Show. Well, we've got some free tickets to give away for that. You've got to head over, though, to our Facebook page to that, and Anna will pop you up a link down there. Go on there, like, share, post a picture of your car, because we love seeing them. You can win yourself a ticket to the show. Continuing on the Stony Kit Car theme. Well, we're still looking for cars to go on our stand. If you want to exhibit that, Neil's here to tell you more about it.
Would you like your car on the stand at the Stony Kit Car Show? We're looking for 3 bike engine cars to join us on the stand, and you could be one of them. If you'd be happy to show off your pride and joy and give people a first-hand account of what it's like to own and build one of these cars, then get in touch with me today, because you could be joining us on the stand.
Continuing on the track days, well, let's talk about more track days. Don't forget about Landau, we're signed up for that, and also Brighton Park, we're signed up for that one as well with a complete kit car magazine. Looking forward to seeing your weapons, turn it around on the black stuff. So yeah, that's exciting, and that weather needs to change as soon as possible. That's it, another week wrapped up, guys. Well, the sun is starting to come out a little bit now, so hopefully we can see you on track or visiting us down at headquarters. So don't forget to like, share and press that subscribe button, and we'll catch you next week.